Hi everybody, welcome back to Good Night Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you another story. And I've got a very different kind of book tonight. I don't think we've ever read a book like this. Now this book is called Chloe and the Lion. Chloe and the Lion. But you know what's different about this book? Now, Miss Dorothy always tells you that somebody writes the book and sometimes somebody else draws the pictures, right? And so the pictures and the words have to go together. But what would happen if the guy writing the book and the guy drawing the pictures did two different things? What would happen to the story? Well, that's what's going on in this book. We need to find out what happens with Chloe and this lion, and if these two guys down here can get along. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go. Chloe and the Lion. Written by Barnett, pictures by Adam Rex. Chloe and the Lion. Hey, this is me. I'm the author of this book. Mac. That's Mac. He wrote the words. This is my friend Adam. He's the illustrator of this book. That means that Adam drew the pictures. And this is Chloe. She's the main character of this book. So this book is going to be all about Chloe. Wherever Chloe went, she looked for loose change. She would find nickels on sidewalks, dimes under couches, and quarters in pinball machines. All week long, Chloe would save the money she found in a glass jar. Then on Saturday, she would walk from her house through the forest and over to the park, where she would buy a ticket to ride the merry-go-round. Oh, Chloe knows how to save her money. But one week, Chloe found a lot of change. So she was able to buy a lot of tickets, and she rode around and around and around, which was why she got very, very dizzy. And that's how Chloe ended up lost in the forest. It was getting dark, and the forest was filled with noises. And just as Chloe realized, she'd been walking in circles. A huge lion leapt out from behind the oak tree. Wait, I'm sorry, hold on. Adam, could you come out here? Mac says, because Mac wrote the word lion, but that's not a lion. Adam, what is that? Oh, it's a dragon. Right. Well, take a look at my story. I wrote, a huge lion leapt out from behind an oak tree. It's supposed to be a lion, not a dragon. I know. I just thought a dragon would be cooler. You did, huh? You did? Well, look, the fact is I don't really care what you think. I'm the author of this book. You're the illustrator. That means I'm in charge of what happens, and you draw whatever I tell you. So, if I say Chloe found a birthday present on the ground, the next page better have a picture of a big, pretty birthday present wrapped up in silver and tied with a pink bow. Wow, Mac is really upset at Adam. Oh, very funny. This better be fixed by the next page. Look what Adam drew. Okay, one more chance, says Mac. You're fired. You can't fire me. Who will illustrate the book? No problem. Suddenly, an artist walked into the clearing carrying paintbrushes and all the other stuff he'd need to illustrate a brilliant story written by a true genius. He's going to get somebody else to draw in the book. This is me, Mac. I'm the author of this book. This is my new friend, Hank. He's the illustrator of this book. And this is Chloe, the main character of this book, who has just been surprised by a huge lion. And the first thing the lion did was walk up to Adam and swallow him whole. Oh no, he shouldn't have written that in the book. Then the beast turned to Chloe and let out a noisy roar. I'm sorry, hold on. Hank, could you make the lion a little scarier? Like give him bigger claws. Great. And sharper teeth. Yeah, pretty good. But scarier, you know. More like Adam would draw him. Look, buddy. If you really want him to be scary, maybe you should make him a dragon. That would be cooler. Oh, no! The new illustrator said the same thing that Adam said. Look, Hank, this isn't working out. You're not going to have the lion eat me, are you? Just go. This is me, Mac, and I'm the author and the illustrator of this book. And this is Chloe. Wait, no, this is Chloe. No, that's not right. I think Adam drew her like this. No. Who am I kidding? This book is a disaster. I think Mac's figuring out that he needs Adam. Ugh, I give up. Poor Mac. Mac, don't talk to me. Don't you think you're being hard on yourself? Okay, so I'm drawed badly. Really, really badly, says Chloe. Yeah, actually there is some terrible artwork, Mac. Like the worst I've ever seen. But so what? You're the writer. Adam is the illustrator. We all add something to the story. But you can't just stop telling it. Chloe's right. We have to know what happens in the story. Bring. Why is the telephone ringing in the lion's belly? Look, Mac's calling Adam. Hello? Adam, I was wrong. Hank's not as good as you are, and I'm terrible at drawing, L. And, well, this book needs both of us. I want you to draw the pictures. Anything else? Says Adam. I'm sorry, says Mac. I couldn't quite read that. I'm sorry, says Mac. Okay, I'll draw, but you gotta get me out of this lion, says Adam. This is me, Mac. I'm the author of this book. This is my friend Adam. He's the illustrator of this book. And this is Chloe, the world-famous lion hunter. Chloe followed the trail of paw prints through a forest and came across a lumberjack felling trees in a clearing. My friend has been swallowed by a lion and I'm off to save him, Chloe said. Will you help me, woodcutter? Nah, said the woodcutter. I'm only going after wolves dressed as old ladies. Okay. So Chloe went on. Soon she came across a knobby crone shoveling hay with a mean-looking pitchfork. My friend has been swallowed by a lion and I'm off to save him, Chloe said. Will you help me, farmer? Sorry, said the woman. I just go after monsters who've been emotionally wounded by their mad genius creators. Oh, so Chloe went on. She heard the sound of metal grinding on metal, and she stumbled upon a knight. Before she could even start talking, the knight began. Hail there, girl! I'm a noble knight looking for a quest, and thou art clearly a damsel in distress. I'm ready to vanquish any foe. Great, said Chloe. My best friend has been swallowed by a whole lion. A lion? Asked the knight. Really? The dragon would be so much cooler. Clearly, the knight was an idiot. So Chloe went on alone. Chloe had a plan. Even the knight can't help her. She followed the footprints right up to a cave in the side of a mountain. Terrifying roars and horrible smells came blasting from its entrance. Lion, I am Chloe. Come and meet your match. Chloe could hear the lion's footsteps getting closer and closer and closer. They started out thunderous and grew to be ear-splitting. The footsteps stopped, and Chloe knew the lion was ready to pounce. She wondered whether she had made a huge mistake. Oh, no! I look terrible, said the lion. Who drew me? Mac did, said Chloe. I asked him to. How could you let him pick up a pencil? He's awful. What a mess. The man should be in artist prison. The lion went on and on, maybe overreacting a little. I'm not overreacting, he continued. Oh, I am ruined. And once I was so beautiful. And then the lion began to cry. He doesn't seem that scary. Chloe saw her chance. The only person who could draw you the right way is trapped inside your belly. He's not going to help you out unless you cough him up. So the lion coughed up Adam. The end. Guys, is that it? I faced a lion, saved Adam, kept Mac from abandoning the whole story midway through. And this is it? This is how you say thanks? This is the end? And the lion coughed up a shiny nickel. The end. Then the lion shook, and the lion rumbled, and the lion wheezed, and to everyone's surprise, coughed up a tall, shiny pile of quarters, nickels, and dimes. Exactly enough to to buy everyone a ticket for the merry-go-round.
Wow, that was a crazy book. Things were going along just fine until the writer said there was a lion, but the illustrator drew a picture of a dragon, and that's not the same. And then they got into an argument, and they couldn't get along. And poor Chloe had to come in and say, okay, guys, we got to finish this book. Let's just get along. And so then the lion did come along, and then he spit out all those coins. And everybody got to go on the merry-go-round with Chloe. What a crazy book. I tell you, this goes to show you, sometimes you got to cooperate if you want things to work out. What does it mean to cooperate? Well, that means to get along. That means you can't have your way all the time. Sometimes you have to do what somebody else wants to do. And you have to compromise, which means sometimes you'll say, okay, today we'll do it your way, and tomorrow we'll do it my way. But you don't always try to have your way. That's not right. Like if you have a friend over and you want to play with blocks, but they want to play with the cars. So maybe today you play with the cars and tomorrow you play with the blocks. That's called cooperating, and that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do to be able to write a good book. And that's what you need to do to get along with your friends. And remember, Miss Dorothy always wants you to get along with your friends. I want you to be kind, and I want you to listen, and I want you to share, and I want you to get along with each other. Don't fight, don't argue, don't be like the guys in the book. You need to get along. That's very important. So, if you're at school tomorrow, and the teacher brings out the dinosaurs, and the teacher brings out the blocks, but your best friend wants to play with the blocks, and you want to play with the dinosaurs, well, compromise, cooperate. Maybe today you play with the blocks and tomorrow you play with the dinosaurs. Or you figure out a way to play with them together. Maybe you can use the blocks to build a big giant cage for your dinosaur. Wow, that would be a good compromise and a great way to cooperate. Things always work out better when you cooperate and get along. And when you're at school, there's something else you can do to make things better for everybody. Obey. And obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy, because I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye!
Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.